Hey guys, welcome back to DeFiRL, your wormhole from TradFi to DeFi. And in this video today, we're going to talk about bets. A very big bet that's happened on Twitter and how it should concern you as an investor in crypto, specifically Terra Luna.
Hello guys, as usual, nothing of what we say in this video should be taken as financial advice. If you actually need financial advice, please speak to a pro.
If you are semi-deep into crypto, the crypto sphere, you know that a lot of action happens on Twitter. And this one that we mentioned earlier is one of the major ones in these past few days that's occurred on Twitter. It is essentially a bet between some very famous Twitter personalities, specifically Algor Trading and gigantic birth, with none other than I jokingly call him our Lord and Savior, Do Kwon. But MJ, who is Do Kwon to you?
Yeah, so Do Kwon is probably one of the greatest builders ever in crypto. He is the founder, right? The originator of the 7th largest, based on this date, the 7th largest crypto in the world, which is Luna. So I believe that we have talked about Luna before, so maybe we'll just link a video here or wherever. So you can learn more about Luna. But he created something quite revolutionary, and you know they are the best token, best L1 out there that has a very solid algorithmic stable coin, which is UST or Terra USD. So who is he to me? Well, of course, he is really important because I do think that without him, Terra would be nowhere it is today. And in fact, if you look at the unique aspect of Terra is that the governance token has what we call the most value accrual, meaning that's where the most value accrue compared to all the other tokens within the ecosystem. Same cannot be said of like an Ethereum or Phantom before whatever happened, because all these altcoins, these altcoins within the L1 were a lot more in terms of price action more favorable. But for Luna, usually it's the Luna token itself, right? Rather than what's inside the Terra, and a lot of that is because of Do Kwon. So yeah, that is what he does. He's pushing everything. Like he's the big general behind this protocol. And of course, we like to say that all these protocols are decentralized, and there's all these different people calling the shots. But really, without Do Kwon, I think the story would be a lot bleaker for Luna.
We should cut a snippet of that monologue out and dedicate that to Do Kwon on his Twitter.
Yeah, correct.
Speaking of Twitter, right? Well, Do Kwon, as you said, is one of the most pivotal builders that has created the Terra network. And I mean, just going to quickly parallel this to real life, right? Imagine if Terra is worth about 30 or 40 billion market cap right now.
25, something like
Imagine if the CEO or founder of a listed company in the NASDAQ, that's around that size, posting shits and giggles on his Twitter on a very regular basis. What kind of drawback that would have from the investor community, right? But if you want to have laughter and fun and just watch Do Kwon, a billionaire multiple times, talk shit on Twitter, just go follow him at Do Kwon, at StableCoin. But let's go on to the main topic today, right? So recently there was a little bit of drama on Twitter regarding Do Kwon and two of the names I mentioned earlier. Can you tell us a bit about what has happened though?
Yeah, so I don't remember the exact name. I know Kobe USD. I can't remember which side it's on. So basically, there are two parties, right? One was betting that in a year's time, Luna will be below where it is today. At that point in time, it was 88. Now I think it's also 88, something like that. And I think he put in 10 million, right? And Do Kwon say, hey, bet, all you Gen Zs out there listening, bet. So he puts in, he matches it, plus another 2 million from earlier bet, right? It was a cumulative bet. And so you have 22 million on the line now, right? Do Kwon thinks that it will be higher than where it is today at 88, 87, whatever it is. And then there's another group that says it's below.
In 1 year's
Did
time,
I miss anything out?
Yeah, no, I think that, I mean, there's no need to go into too much of detail in this drama, right? It is essentially, what you need to know is that three people, three parties, including Kobe, one guy being the escrow, right?
Kobe.USD, yeah.
Just talking shit back and forth on Twitter, and then deciding to put $22 million in total on the line, betting that Luna will either be above or be below $88 this time next year. It's that straightforward. This is the world of Twitter, guys. Get on it. Now, I think one thing that I want to go into is that we are both investors. I would say consider myself heavy investor into Terra Luna. And does this, and you yourself as well, I know we both started sometime late last year, right? What do you think of this as an investor in Luna? Does this make an impact on your investment thesis though, on the Terra network, on Luna?
So personally, I believe that when it comes to bet, for me, it's not a very interesting bet. It's again, it's an attention-grabbing bet. But if you put yourself on both sides, right, actually your probability is about the same. What would be interesting would be a 10-year bet, right? And I think if there was a 10-year bet, there would be no, unlikely, okay, there would be two sides. There will be only a one side, which is up only, right? Because, again, watch our video and where we explain why Luna has all this potential. So that's a lot more interesting because that they are betting on a 50-50 situation. Whereas if they were to do a long bet, right, of 10 years or 5 years even, there will be one guy who will be on the uphill battle. And so if that guy gets it right, meaning if he says in 5 years, right, Luna is going to be less than where it is today, that's a lot more interesting. But more importantly, as an investor, what I would come across is, okay, look, does it matter to you if it goes down? That's what I would ask as an investor, as a long investor, long Luna.
By long, you mean more than 1 year, I assume?
No, but their bet now is 1 year, right? Right. So in 1 year, does it matter to you? Now, this is something you have to answer yourself as an investor, but if your answer is yes, it does matter to me, then my strong suggestion is to revisit why you invest in Luna in the first place. Because, you know, in the crypto window in 2018, if you had said to yourself, or in 2018, 2017, around there, if you had said to yourself, well, does it matter that Ethereum is less than where it is from today, and you say, yes, it sucks, and I don't like that, then you have missed out whatever gains that Ethereum had following 2020, 2021, right? So it's a very similar situation, and I think what we try to instill is this idea of, you know, actually putting your assets in something that not just can go up within a year, but, you know, a long, long time. So again, this is something only you can answer.
Introspection, very good point. I think that's very interesting because I think, again, in an investment field, investment landscape like crypto, which is very new and which, as we said earlier, right, is still dominated by Twitter. Just imagine that, right? There's no prospectus, there's no quarterly reports for you to follow up. A lot of this can be taken as some people may take it a bit too seriously, right, as an investment sign. Things like 88 is the new floor. 88 is the new base price now because Do Kwon is so bullish on it. But
I mean, I go on Twitter all the time. They say things like, you know, what if, you know, I ask questions, I see people ask questions, hey, what if like Terra drops to 50 or 60, whatever, or 40 or 30? Like sometimes I get the response of, no, Do Kwon won't allow that. Right. What? You know? So I feel that the market will behave no matter whether Do Kwon wants it or not, right? This is a stunt that Do Kwon is doing, right? This doesn't change my opinion on him. He's still one of the best. But for me, you know, a bet's a bet. It's all in good fun. But you see, the thing is, someone like Do Kwon and maybe the guy on the other side, it's a fun bet because 10 million is nothing to them. But if you're looking from the vantage point of the 99.9% of people, then it looks serious. It's like, it's 10 million, right? So the only thing I would have done with the bet is that if I was Do Kwon, I would say that if I win, everything goes to charity. That's what I would. Everything goes to Angel Protocol.
in fact, I think that was what he actually tweeted.
Oh, really? Okay, fantastic.
So I think that's pretty cool.
But I think the important point is this also. Like, if you want to do well in crypto, and this is, I'm not an expert at this, right? I'm just sharing with you data. You look at the people who have actually done well consistently in crypto, right?
Yeah.
Are the people who just buy and hold. And the reason is because when you start to trade and start to time the market, you might do well for a year, maybe 2 if you're really good, but eventually stamina will be a problem. The market will change so much that it's very hard for you to absorb information, very difficult. And on a personal basis, on a human basis, it's close to impossible. But what's not impossible is to say, hey, Ethereum has a good idea. I'm just gonna put in money, and I'll see it in 5 years, see it in 10 years. Those are the people that made the most money. I remember Zhu Su, which is a big fan of Avalanche. I'm not sure if he still is, but big fan of Avalanche. He tracked this wallet, right? This guy who bought some Bitcoin like in 2014, 2015, something like that. Then he sold it to put everything into Ethereum. Then in 2020, he sold a third of his Ethereum and put it into Avalanche. Those are his trades.
That's it. 3 trades in his.
Yeah.
3 major trades at least. Yeah.
That's it. 3 big trades.
Okay.
And so if you're not in the crypto space, just to give you a sense, right?
Yeah.
That Ethereum bet made him hundreds of millions. Made him a what do you call it, a nona millionaire. And then the Avalanche bet made him a billionaire.
Wow. Okay.
Right? So again, I go back to like stay away from the hype. And focus on like, is this going to be valuable in 5 years? And the best, because I talk to, I've coaching clients or that, and we talk about all this all the time, and they say, hey, like, what's the best thing to do? How do I, squeeze out more gains? And they don't realize if you're not in the industry, which most people are not, it's just better to they should just buy and hold, stake, LP if you want to. And then that's it. Go out and actually, because they're saying like, how do I get this number up? Let's say like, I have a friend who asked like, hey, I got money in Anchor or whatever, right? How do I get this up to increase this by 20-25%? And usually they're thinking in crypto terms, like, what can I buy? Then it goes up, then I put it in Anchor, so I can get that 25% increase. I say, no, actually your day job, that's how you're gonna get it. Or your side hustle or whatever, then you get the money and then put it in. People don't think of it that way. People want to make money in crypto. They don't realize that the fiat world is actually a lot more conducive for most people to make money. And then they go into, they put money into crypto. But that's how I would end it. Right, anything you want to add before?
No, I think that's super important, right? What's the point of me? This is not me recently, but me of the past, waking up in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Just to rebalance my portfolio, sell something when it goes up to a certain price, right? Hodling is still the way to go in crypto. Of course, it's not financial advice. You do your own thing, but we wish you all the best in this journey nonetheless. And we hope you enjoyed this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and of course, turn on the notification bell. And we have a very vibrant Telegram chat group that we have jokingly called the Cosmos Degen. But it's fine. Go on it, let the conversation.
Cosmo Terra Degen.
Cosmo Terra Degen. Go on it, let the conversation continue flowing there, and we hope to see you there soon.
See you guys.